Hi everyone, today we will discuss about the fluid and electrolyte imbalance part 1 MCQ. All important MCQ we will discuss. Let's start. First question. A patient with hypernatremia is likely to show which of the following symptoms? Option A, muscle twisting. Option B, bradycardia. Option C, mental confusion. Option D, hypotension. The answer will be option C, mental confusion. Hypernatremia causes cellular dehydration, especially in brain cells, leading to confusion, restlessness, and seizure. Next question. Which electrolyte imbalance is the most commonly associated with loop diuretics? Option A, hyperkalemia. Option B, hypokalemia. Option C, hypernatremia. Option D, hypercalcemia. The answer will be option B, hypokalemia. Because loop diuretics, example like furosemide, increases the exertions of potassium, leading to hypokalemia. Next question. Chauvet-Stick's and Trouser sign indicates which electrolyte imbalance? Option A, hypermagnesemia. Option B, hypernatremia. Option C, hypocalcemia. Option D, hyperkalemia. The answer will be hypocalcemia, because these are classical signs of neuromuscular irritability due to low calcium level. Next question. The most serious complication of hyperkalemia is muscle weakness. Option B, abdominal cramp. Option C, cardiac dysrhythmias. Option D, confusion. The answer will be option C, cardiac dysarrhythmias. Its elevated potassium levels can alter cardiac conduction, lead to arrhythmias and possibly cardiac arrest. Next question. Which fluid would be most appropriate for a patient with hyponatremia? Option A, D5W. Option B, 0.9% normal saline. Option C, 0.45 percentile saline. Option D, lactate drinkers. The answer will be option B, normal saline. 0.9% normal saline, because isotonic saline helps restore sodium without causing rapid fluid shifts. Next question. A common cause of metabolic alkalosis is option A, diarrhea. Option B, vomiting. Option C, renal failure. Option D, diabetic ketoacidosis. The answer will be option B. Vomiting leads to loss of hydrochloric acid from the stomach, causing alkalosis. Next, hypomagnesemia may cause which of the following? Option A, depressed reflexes. Option B, hypertension. Option C, increased neuromuscular excitability. Option D, bradycardia. The answer will be option C, increased neuromuscular excitability, because low magnesium increases excitability, leading to tremors, seizure and cramps. Next question. A nurse is caring for a client with SIADH. What electrolyte imbalance is expected? Option A, hyperkalemia. Option B, hyponatremia. Option C, hypercalcemia. Option D, hypomagnesemia. The answer will be option B, hyponatremia, because SIADH lead to water retention, dilating serum sodium level. Next question. Which of the following can cause hypokalemia? Option A, ACE inhibitors. Option B, potassium sparing diuretics. Option C, laxative abuse. Option D, Addison's disease. The answer will be option C, laxative abuse, because it can excessive GI loss leads to potassium depletion. Next question. The normal range of serum sodium level is option A 135 to 145 MEq per liter, option B 3.5 to 5 MEq per liter, option C 96 to 106 MEq per liter, option D 8.5 to 10.5 mg per del. The answer will be option A 135 to 145 molecule per liter. This is accepted normal range of sodium in serum. Next question. Which of the following is the most accurate method for monitoring fluid balance in critically ill patients? Option A, blood pressure. Option B, serum electrolytes. Option C, daily weight. Option D, skin turgor. The answer will be option C, daily weight. Daily weight is the most sensitive indicator of fluid status. 1 kg equal to 1 liter of fluid gain or loss. Next question. Which condition commonly leads to hyperkalemia? Option A, diuretic use. Option B, insulin overdose. Option C, renal failure. Option D, vomiting. The answer will be option C, renal failure, because the kidneys are responsible for potassium excretion. In renal failure, potassium accumulates. Next question. A patient receiving IV fluids develops crackles in the lungs and peripheral edema. This indicates option A, fluid volume deficit. Option B, fluid volume excess. Option C, electrolyte imbalance. Option D, anaphylactic shock. The answer will be option B, fluid volume excess, because crackles and edema suggest pulmonary and systemic fluid overload. Next question. A potassium level of 2.8 MEq per liter would require which nursing intervention? Option A, administer potassium chloride IV pose. Option B, restrict potassium intake. Option C, apply cardiac monitoring. Option D, encourage fluid intake. The answer will be option C, apply cardiac monitoring, because hypokalemia can cause life-threatening arrhythmias. Cardiac monitoring is essential. Next question. Which IV solution is the hypotonic? Hypotonic, option A 0.9% normal saline. It is an isotonic solution. D5W, it's also an isotonic solution. And option C 0.45% normal saline is an hypotonic solution. Option D D5NS. So the answer will be option C 0.45 normal saline. It has a lower concentration than plasma and moves water into the cell. Thank you everyone.